Which one of these people would you identify as European? How did you measure this? Was it their looks, their beliefs, their dress code, or maybe it's their ideals?
I think we have to be aware that there is no such thing as a clear identity. In many European societies, still there is this notion of the European versus the non-European, and that has a long history.
The way that I like to think that what make us Europeans is that basically after so many centuries about being at war with each other, we finally found a way to make peace and respect each other.
According to Dagmar Myslinska, a teacher at the London School of Economics and Political Science, there's a very clear hierarchy of whiteness and belonging when it comes to Europe, driven by Western European nations.
So let's say, to give an example, if somebody imagines what a German is like, then they would often imagine somebody being blonde, blue-eyed. You speak German, then you're a German. If you speak Turkish, then this is not something which belongs to German identity.
Even though leaders within the continent agreed to join the European Union project with the idea of a singular identity, many people struggle to abandon their core feeling of national identity. During the peak of the refugee crisis, German Chancellor Angela Merkel's open border policy once gave her the title the leader of the free world. But as anti-immigration rhetoric increased, her fame plummeted. And other European leaders, led mainly by Hungary's Viktor Orban, rose to power, giving birth to a new wave of nationalist and right-wing parties. The main rhetoric is based heavily on national identity, Christian identity, and culture. Now, Europe's long history of anti-Semitism is back on the rise, along with anti-Muslim sentiments.
So after the annihilation of 6 million Jews and the official end of the Holocaust and the official end of, they would say, was anti-Semitism, there was this idea that there is no racism anymore, right? And this, at the very same time, complicated the issue very much, because racism and the very narrow understanding of national identity was still there. And this was just an enabler, all of these anti-racist processes that we're witnessing especially within the last 15 years.
In the past days, we just letting people in the Mediterranean Sea staying there without being accountable and trying to find better solutions.
Although there has been a sharp decline in the number of new arrivals to Europe in recent years, immigration is still seen as the most important issue facing the EU.
Generally speaking, I would say the idea of a European project has a lot of very progressive aspects, but at the very same time, as we can see, especially with the far right, can also be turned into a very exclusionary project. And I think that's really the question which we are standing in front of.
I believe that Europeans right now are losing touch with reality. A lot of us, they don't have empathy anymore with other human beings.